Hi, my name is Anna.
Hi, my name is Luis.
And welcome to our channel where a Guatemalan guy and a Ukrainian girl speak English.
Okay, let's start.
The honest talk. Hello, our dear subscribers.
Hello, everyone.
Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for clicking on this video. Thank you for subscribing, commenting. Thank you for liking. Today I was cooking some Ukrainian dish for my spekish. Today we were recording a video for my channel, for my Spanish channel, and I was making some dish, a Ukrainian dish, and it inspired us to make a video about differences about Ukrainian cuisine and Guatemalan cuisine and stuff that we saw here that we didn't see in Ukraine or something like this. We're gonna talk about food.
Yes, we're going to talk about food, and I should say that I'm not an expert, for starters. But I'm going to try to mention some things that I found interesting when I went to Ukraine. Things that probably we don't have here. So yeah, let's talk about that.
We're gonna start with tortillas and bread, right? We discovered some very interesting thing. Okay, here's the thing. Here in Guatemala, people, when they eat with tortillas. Most of the time, we know that not all of you eat tortillas, some of you eat bread. We know that. But most of the time, it's tortillas that you eat food with. We in Ukraine eat it only with bread, and we don't have tortillas. We have tortillas de harina de trigo, like wheat tortillas, but they are different. We're not eating them like with food. It's a part of food. You know, we're making like burrito type of thing with them or stuff like that. We're not eating them, like for example, eating soup and eating that tortilla. No, we are not doing this. We are doing this with bread. I don't feel any taste with my bread in Ukraine, and he felt a lot of taste in our bread. And here, Luis doesn't feel any taste in tortillas, like specific taste, and I do. I think they have so much taste in them.
So much that it can like influence your perception of the whole meal.
So much corn I can feel that they kind of interfere with my food.
That's why you don't have many tortillas when you're...
Yes.
And I think it makes a lot of sense. You have always accompanied your food with some type of bread. And here we do that with tortillas.
Yeah, so basically we got used to the taste of me bread and you tortillas to the point where you cannot feel any taste. Because I am not used to your tortillas, I can feel a lot of taste. Because you are not used to my bread, you can feel a lot of taste. Yeah, here there's also bread. But believe me when I say that it's very different from Ukrainian bread. Because I know, I'm from Ukraine.
The bread that we use here to have together with the meals is kind of sweet for you, right?
Yes, very sweet. I'm a bread person. I mean, I would prefer bread over tortillas, but here bread I don't like at all. It's wet for some reason all the time. It's like, even when you toast it in the oven, it's wet. It's like the oven is all like foggy with some like water because the water evaporates from the bread. I don't understand that. Another thing that we should mention here, I think, is that many of your traditional dishes, they are corn-based. And our traditional dishes are wheat-based. This is one more difference between our traditional dishes, that our dishes, for example, are vareniki, which is like dumplings, which are made of wheat. Your dishes are like tamales and all this. We know that tamales exist in all the Latin American countries, or not all of them, but you know what I mean. But like, anyway, we don't use, for example, corn flour almost at all. We don't have the same type of corn flour that you have here.
The only thing that I know is how they are making the normal dough, you know, at home, the regular one. They are just boiling corn for a while, and then it becomes soft kernels. Then they are grounding them, and that's what you call dough.
Okay, so if we want to make something from corn, like some corn dough, we would just take corn flour. The kernels are not boiled first. It's just dry corn, like grounded. So it doesn't stick at all. Like if you take it, it's like sand. So we don't use it at all. That was the thing that many traditional dishes here are made of corn. And in our case, in Ukraine, it's wheat. Okay, one more thing that we noticed here is different spices that we use. If we're talking, for example, about your traditional dishes, most of them have sesame seeds and pumpkin seeds. And it's like a kind of like a spice. And also, you have a lot more types of pepper. Like you have chile pasa, chile guac, chile manzana, chile chocolate. You have so many types of those hot peppers, and we just have one, огонек. It's like fire, it's called. Okay. But like in Ukraine, did spices surprise you? Or they were just like bland or blunt or whatever, like plain?
Yes, kind of, you know? I was not like so surprised like to see, oh my gosh, this is different. Oh, this is so like strong. It was just different in general, like in the same kind of the same level. The only thing that I noticed that like there was like only like
what, garlic?
Garlic, yes. They are using a lot of garlic. I think, I don't know if it's your
My family, yeah.
Even some snacks like that I thought that they were sweet. Or they are sweet actually, they had garlic and I was like...
They were not sweet.
And I thought they would be sweet. Yeah, they have like marshmallow...
In marshmallow looking stuff they have. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Ukrainians like garlic. For example, our traditional dish, I don't know how to call it because it's not a dish, it's like sala. It's like lard. It has a lot of garlic. It's supposed to be with a lot of garlic. Actually, we can, for example, we have this traditional dish which is called borщ. It's soup made of beet and many veggies, beef and all this. And we can eat this soup and take like a clove of garlic, like raw, and just eat it with the soup. Like with the soup. And also we can eat spring onion with it too. Like just like this, not cooked, not nothing. Many people like it very much.
Yeah, about not cooked. Yeah, you have some dishes that are not cooked. Like some fish, I guess, where it is cooked.
Well, it's marinated, so it's kind of cooked, but not cooked, it's marinated.
And the sala thing.
Sala is also not cooked, yeah, it's just marinated.
It's like skin or with the lard, or only lard. Mm-hmm. It's marinated, it's raw. You eat it with bread or like just by itself, you can eat it.
Yeah, usually with bread because it's very fat. But we have, by the way, yeah, we have brown bread, like black bread. I don't know how it is in English. You tried it too, remember? How do you like it?
As all the other types, it was too dry for me. But I think I liked it more than the normal one, I suppose.
It has some spices in it. It has a coriander. Mm-hmm.
What we were discussing afterwards was that I thought that the bread was too dry, as for me. And here, when the bread is like that dry, you think that it's not good anymore. Oh. And like, this bread is too hard. Like you can use it for stopping the door from opening.
For example, your bread, if I take just a piece of bread here and I try to put some butter on top, it's gonna break unless it's toasted. But it's gonna break for sure. It's like you are trying to do this with a knife and it breaks, but our bread would never break. If you put something on it and you start like spreading something with a knife, it's not gonna break. The whole thing is not gonna start crumbling, you know?
I don't know.
We're back to bread topic for some reason.
Yeah, it's an interesting topic. And there is also in Ukraine so many types of cheeses. And it's not only that the types of cheeses, it's the prices of cheese, right?
Yes, I'm addicted to cheese. And here I'm craving cheese all the time, but it's so expensive here.
There's not so many types here. And if there is somewhere, they are extremely expensive. But in Ukraine, they are super cheap. Like in the supermarket, there's like a whole room worth of types of cheeses.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would not say that they are super cheap. Of course, like if you are a grandmother and you have only pension, you cannot afford them. But they are much cheaper than here, like 4 times cheaper. And like you can buy a huge piece of cheese in Ukraine for, let's say, $2. And here it would be like, I don't know how much.
I don't know.
like 10.
This is a very interesting topic. Maybe we should have chosen to speak about the prices.
Prices?
Because I'm sure that many people are interested in that.
I think we can make it in the next video about prices. If you want the next video about prices, leave a comment.
So yeah, about the cheeses. That's it. They have all the types of cheeses in the world there, and they are super cheap, kind of cheap. That's another difference. And I'm not trying to say that my country is bad. Again, we need to clear this out.
Yeah.
It just happens that Ukraine has nice things that I have never seen here. But it's no one's fault. It's not my fault. It's not your fault. It's not Ukraine's fault. It's not Guatemalan's fault. It just happens like this. Guatemala is beautiful and we have many things, but we are lacking many others. So
Yeah, the fact that we're comparing Guatemala and Ukraine in this video, for example, doesn't mean that one in the end is going to appear bad and one is going to appear good. Like, both countries are very good countries. We're just saying what is different in gastronomy, how to call it? Gastronomia. Here's what I wanted to talk about. Ketchup on pizzas. It's just, if you don't understand what we are talking about, I'm gonna explain. The first day I was in Guatemala, the first day we went to Campero, not a sponsor, of course. And you with your friends, with your family, I was not having any pizza because I was afraid to get sick. But you were having this telepizza for 40 quetzales. And I saw for the first time ever people putting ketchup on pizza and this green sauce, like picante sauce. And I was like, I'm sorry.
Hold up.
Yeah, like, what are you doing? So it was very strange to me because I have never seen this before. I just thought that pizza already has the sauce and all this. Of course, telepizza is not like the best pizza I would, think about, because it's not a pizza place. It's a chicken place, which also serves pizza because, come on, let's be honest, everyone likes pizza. Well, all the gluten-free people just left the chat. And I remember that we were in Ukraine and I was cooking pizza and you were asking for some ketchup. What is it? Why?
I personally like putting ketchup on my pizza. And there's this friend of mine, Henry, hi if you're watching. He said that he also was like surprised to see that people were putting pizza on
ketchup. Well, that's basically like this. There's so much ketchup that I would say that you are eating ketchup with pizza.
And if you are one of those people, Guatemalans or maybe not Guatemalans, who are doing this, you may agree with me that every year the amount of ketchup that we're adding onto the pizza is bigger and bigger and like until the point that you cannot see the pizza anymore.
If you do this, please leave us a comment and explain why. Like, why are you doing this? You think that it's too dry, or you just want this taste of ketchup? Why? What's up?
I think we like flavors, so many flavors together, and we are tweaking flavors all the time, we're adding chili, or we're adding different types of spices, especially hot sauces and mayo and ketchup. We we're crazy about spices, I think, and I don't know what kind of palate we already have.
It would be interesting to know what people say in the comments. Do you do this? Do you do this at home? Do you do this in the restaurants? I would love to know.
Yeah, and there's no reason to be ashamed of this.
Oh, no, of course not.
Because I'm sure that some people don't like to talk about this because they may think that it's something to be ashamed of. No, we don't do this. My family, we don't like doing this. I do like adding ketchup on my pizza, and I'm very proud of that because I know what I want.
Yeah, exactly. When you eat, you know what you want. You eat the way you want. If pizza like this, if pizza like this is more tasty for you, then you need to do this. Of course, we didn't talk about all the differences in cuisine, and I think that it would be a huge video if we talk about all the differences. And obviously, there's a lot of differences. Why? Because our countries are so far from each other, they just cannot have something super similar. My country is basically a country of wheat, Because even on our flag, if you look at our flag, it's like blue and yellow. Blue means sky, yellow means wheat. Because we have so many fields of wheat that we use wheat in our traditional food. You have so many fields of corn that you use corn.
So yeah, that's it. I think next time we're going to talk about whatever you guys say in the comments, if you have any questions. If not, we're gonna find some topic for...
Yeah, maybe about the prices we could talk. Yeah, we're gonna see what we're gonna think about, and we are just going to make a video about it. Thank you very much for watching this, and if you watched till the end, we want to say that we love you and you're a special person. Thank you very much. What should they write in the comments?
That's my part. Just...
Yeah, sorry.
So if you watch till the end, you should comment. What's your favorite dish? Or what's your favorite food?
Well, yeah, logical. We were talking about food. They should talk about food. Yeah, please do that. And yeah, see you in the next video. Bye.